Of the first chapter. He says, there are people who want to do good to others. For a person who enjoys doing good to others, meeting a good friend is a source of joy. He greets him pleasantly. He may be afraid that perhaps he has not hit exactly the right note with him. Perhaps he has said something wrong. What pains him most is the pain of having offended someone or of having withheld a kindness. Right off the bat, Chazon Ish tells us about what a malach thinks like. Why? Regular people don't think like this. There are kind people that exist in the world. Baruch Hashem many. Some of them even help us do all the things that we do. They give, they help. But he's not really describing kindness. He's describing a step further. He's saying there are certain people that they want to do this good for other people, and they actually get joy out of this. So much so that this becomes their primary part of their brain, primary part of their thought process, to the point where they're constantly worried about bringing joy to others, because that's what brings them joy. So, if they see you, they make sure to say hello. They make sure that you have food in your fridge. They make sure that you have a job and you're able to pay the bills. They make sure that you know they care. They make sure to hear you out if you have something to say. They're constantly worried about you, even though they don't have to be. You're a grown man, you're a grown woman. And they're not even family. There are some people like this in the world, but not many. One time, Chazon Ish was invited to a wedding of a couple of students, and he said, yeah, I'll come. So, to have the Gedol Hador come to a wedding is a big deal. You wait for him more than you wait for the bride and groom. Chazon Ish just asked, listen, if you could just have somebody come, pick me up at the house to tell me where to go, I'd happily come. So, a couple of Talmidim showed up at the Chazon Ish's house, and they see that the Rav is talking to an older couple. So, one of the ways that people learn from big Chachamim is they just listen into their conversations, how they deal with other people without saying their 2 cents. You know, today, you can know if you're a Chacham or not, or at least what you're viewed as. Why? If you're a Chacham, nobody interrupts. If you're not a Chacham, everybody interrupts. No, but Rabbi, I don't agree with it. Who are you? Who asked you to be in a conversation? Who asked you to be in a conversation? Who asked your opinion? Where did you come from? No, I don't know, we're just overhearing. Oh, you're overhearing. So anyway, these couple of people are overhearing the conversation that Rav is having, 2 older couple. And they hear a conversation that's very unusual for a Gedol Hador to have. What? So how many buttons should we get, Rabbi? Buttons? Oh, I think you should get 500 buttons. But which buttons should we get? Should we get the plastic ones, or should we get the ones that are made out of something that looks like plastic, or the buttons that are... You should get that one. What about, what color should we get? The light brown, or the dark brown, or maybe the blue? What does the Rav think? He gives them a choice. Get the blue, it's nice. What about the string for the buttons? The string for the buttons. Should we get it that's made out of hair, or should we get it from... He tells them this. The Talmidim are listening to this. Either the Rav has lost his mind, or he has some type of clothing business on the side. Like, what is this? And then what about kind of fabric should we get? Okay. And what kind of sock should we get? How long should... the Chazon Ish had a halakha about how long your sock should be. What kind of sock should we get? What kind of material we should get? How long they should be? All types of details about clothes, and how many pieces, and how many this, and how many that. Now, every few minutes, the Talmidim, they have people are waiting at the wedding hall. 200 people are waiting. So they, clearing their throat to make sure the Rav knows they're there, but nothing. He's not paying attention to them. an hour. An hour they're waiting. Eventually he finishes with this older couple. He sees the Talmidim, okay, yalla, let's go. We got to hurry. We have to go to a wedding. So Talmidim says, Kvod Rav, Lamdeni, teach us. We know that the Rav was doing some type of chesed. We know that the Rav was doing some type of good deed. But the question is, how come the bride and groom and 200 guests have to suffer for the Rav's chesed? Chazon Ish says, you see, that couple, they're both Holocaust survivors. And the entire nation of Israel is indebted to them to help them in any way. Everyone is obligated to help them in any way. Now, since the bill came to me, I had to pay it on behalf of Klal Yisrael. And them waiting is the way that they are paying along with me. When a person thinks about doing good for others, this can become a normal thought process. I'm here, I'm going to waste, in your eyes, an hour of my life talking about buttons and strings, even though I could talk about Maaseh Bereshit, I could talk about Moshe Rabbeinu, I could talk about the most difficult sugyot in the world, I could even tell you different things about your brain that your brain surgeon doesn't know. You may view it as a waste of time to talk about buttons, but Chazon Ish says no. Why? This is Torah, and this is Torah. This is helping people, this is helping people. I can't talk to them about Moshe Rabbeinu right now. I got to talk to them about buttons. Why? Because the buttons is what fits the bill today. That's what fits the bill today. When you think about others and you constantly want to help them, you're not always going to have the same message. If you have the same message, you have to check yourself to see, is it because it's your message and you care less about what the recipient is and who the recipient is? Because you should care if you want to help them, unless you want to help yourself. So now, the Chazon Ish tells us that there are certain types of people that are already on their way to becoming angels, where perhaps their thought process is very unusual to compared to the average person, because they're constantly thinking about if they've done something wrong that made the other person unhappy, even if they didn't even interact yet. Now, many people have this feeling, but not because of the right reasons. Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. Why do you assume she doesn't want to talk to you? No, I'm not assuming. She just hasn't answered my calls. She hasn't answered my calls, so she doesn't want to talk to me. She probably hates me because I didn't invite her to the wedding of my uncle's cousin, nephew's dog, his brother, the next door neighbor. I didn't invite her, so she's probably mad at me. And also because I have the same dress as hers, and also because when I walked by in the mall on the right, on the left, she passed by with her car and I didn't wave, but I'm not even sure she saw me. You have all this shtuyot in your head of what? Do you ever think maybe she's just busy? She's not answering your calls because she's busy? Why does it have to be all the other stuff? Why does it have to be that you didn't invite, you didn't do this, you didn't do that? It's all about you. Why is it always about you? Maybe she didn't call you because there's something wrong. Maybe she's busy. Maybe you're not, the world, and she has other parts of the world. And that's why she didn't call you. Maybe she didn't see you. Maybe your phone got disconnected. Maybe you broke. Maybe you got lost. Like, did you ever think that maybe the issue is with her and not you? Maybe the world doesn't revolve around you, lady. Maybe they didn't hire you because you're not the right fit, and not because you're not white, or you're not green, or you're not burgundy, or you're not Jewish, or you're not Chinese. Maybe they didn't give you the role because they found something better. Maybe it's not because of all the other things you have in your head. Why does it always have to be the things that are in your head? This, Rabotai, if a person simply just stopped here and did tshuva for this, half your problems are gone. Why? Most of our problems are in our mind. He doesn't like me. Why doesn't he like you? How do you know? He told you he doesn't like you? No, I saw the way he looked at me. What do you mean the way he looked at you? No, he gave me an attitude. By looking at you, you could already tell were you a prophet? No, I just see his face. His face was like, I don't know, he wasn't happy. Oh, maybe he had gas. Maybe he saw somebody behind you he doesn't like. Maybe his face twitches. Maybe $1.5 million. Why does it have to be about you? Why? Is the whole world revolve around you? We're so upset with the world, but in reality it has nothing to do with the world. It's us. Chazon Ish says, if we just turn the switch a little bit, forget about you for a moment, start thinking about other people. He's upset. What could I do to make him happy? He looks upset. Maybe I upset him, and I could do something better. I don't know what I did, but it doesn't matter. But I could do something to fix it or to do. But if we're constantly looking as we're the victims, and everybody doesn't like us, that's a problem. Why? Because it's not coming from humility. It's coming from selfishness. It's coming from ego. Thinking that the world revolves around you. So first and foremost, person has to start thinking differently. Because the Chazon Ish says, what pains such a good person, what pains him most, is the pain of having offended someone, or of having withheld a kindness. Meaning, he sees he has food, and he sees his colleague is not eating. And he ate his sandwich already, without asking his colleague whether he wants a piece. He ate it already. And now he's going to feel bad about it. Why? Maybe he didn't have any money to eat. And me, pig-faced that I am, I ate the whole sandwich without asking my colleague that I sit next to for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I didn't ask him if he wants a piece. What kind of selfish person am I? I can't deal with it. I'm going to the restaurant. Hello? Yeah. Give me a burger and this $50 meal. What? Shows up to the girl. Listen, why'd you give me this? I don't know. I figured you're hungry. Yeah, but I have food. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Whatever. You want it? Sure. Why not? Thanks for thinking of me. Why are you thinking of him? Because you know that you should not think of him and only think about yourself. He's constantly thinking of withholding kindness from other people. He himself is never hurt by others because his love-filled heart covers up any offense. And he's prepared in advance to accept barbs and reproaches from others with true love, knowing that most people do not possess noble qualities and do not have good midot, and that one cannot demand much from them. If a person can understand what the Chazon Ish wrote just now, the other half of your problems will simply disappear and will never come back. The Chazon Ish here is saying that the person that's doing kindness for others, what is constantly stopping us from helping other people? What's number one reason? People are ungrateful. Number one reason. Let's say you start off on a good. I'm gonna be Baba Sali today. I'm gonna be the Baal Shem Tov today. Anybody else gonna look at me? I'm gonna smile. With tooth, without tooth. I'm gonna talk to everybody. Hi, how are you? How's your kid? All of a sudden you're a Hasid, right? So you start helping people. Hey, how are you? How's everything? Hey, give tzedakah to everybody until you run out of money. Everything is good, right? You start helping. What do you figure? Naturally, you figure they'd appreciate it. You'd figure they'd say, next day, they'll say hi to you. Next day, say, you want to go home for dinner. Next they're going to say, how you doing? Next day they're going to say, hey, listen, he's a good guy. Somebody's going to acknowledge. Instead, what do you get? That guy, what, stingy. Yeah, he only gave me one slice of pizza. Yeah, that guy, he only donated $100. Better he didn't give anything, this guy. That guy, terrible. Why? That's people. So what do? Okay, that's it. I'm not helping anybody anymore. I'm taking care of everybody all this time. No one's grateful. I'm going in my cave. The heck with you. I'm going to be Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Take care of myself. Right? I tried helping you guys. You didn't say thank you. You didn't appreciate nothing. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Chazon Ish says, now you became worse than them. Why? You missed the whole point. What's the point of helping them? Is the point of helping them so you get something in return? Then that's not help, that's business. If you're helping so they give you something back, that's not help, that's business, that's a transaction. I give you money, you give me stuff. I give you stuff, you give me money. If you're expecting something in return, that is not help. That's business. If you're gonna help, the Chazon Ish says, expect nothing in return, and in fact, expect a negative return. Not only nothing, a negative return, and remain happy because of it. Why? How could somebody go help a bunch of people, receive back ungratefulness of all kinds? You name it, he got it. You name it, she got it. Invites everyone to the weddings of her kids, but doesn't get invited. Invites everybody to their house for Shabbos, but doesn't get invited. Sends everybody flowers on their birthday, but not even a chocolate arrives at our house on her birthday. No one even remembers it. Calls everyone to say hello and how you doing. No one calls back. In fact, the only time they call is to say, how come you didn't call? Ungratefulness. And she wants to be a tzadikah. Chazon Ish says she has to be happy about this. Why? Because she has an understanding that most people, Rov Bnei Adam, have bad midot, have bad character traits. Uma efshar litboa mihem, to such an extent that you cannot expect anything from them. What is the Chazon Ish telling us? He's telling us that having bad character traits is a deformity. It's an illness. It's something that you cannot be upset about. He didn't say thank you. You should feel bad that he didn't say thank you. Why? He is deformed. He has an illness. He doesn't know how to say thank you, the poor guy. You should cry to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for him. The poor guy never said thank you in his life. Poor guy, he's scared. You should cry, pour tears on him, more than your parnasah, more than this, more than that. You should cry. The guy doesn't know how to say thank you. That's a horrible disease. Miskin. And you're upset that she didn't say thank you? What's the matter with you? I'll give you a parable. Rabbi Ephraim says, one time, big guy, standing at the bus stop, waiting for the bus, as you would have it. Other people show up, and a little scrawny guy shows up next to him. Big guy stands tall, waiting for the bus, doesn't want to be bothered. And suddenly, out of nowhere, the scrawny guy takes his left elbow, right in his ribs. big guy goes, is this guy out of his mind? I could just make him into potato chips right now. He says to the guy, what's the matter with you? The scrawny guy doesn't even look at him. Nothing, which makes it even worse. The big guy knows that if I touch this guy, police are going to show up. Stay cool, man. Stay cool. It happens. He stays cool, continues. Waits for the bus. Another few minutes pass. The big guy's there, just thinking about what happened. Wait till I tell my wife what happened with a strange bus ride I had today. And as he's thinking about what he's going to tell his wife, all of a sudden, Tach! He goes, what's the matter with you, man? He starts yelling at the guy. Hey! The guy, the scrawny, doesn't even look at him. Just sits there like this. Like nothing happened. The big guy wants to make him now into bamba, not even potato chips. He thinks to himself, I'm going to take this guy, take him into potato chips, then some bamba. What's going to come out of it? I'm going to get arrested because he's going to blame me. There's no cameras here. Stay cool, man. Stay cool. You just got out of prison. Just stay cool, man. He stays cool. He sits up there. He's like, wait till I tell my wife how they're trying to get me, man. They're trying to get me. And he stays cool. Another few minutes pass. And all of a sudden, as he's thinking about his wife, and I can't wait to get home, Tah! This time, that's it. I've had it. I'm going back to prison, man. I'm going to take... And as he's about to grab this guy's head, who's not even looking at him, all of a sudden, another guy showed up in his ear. And all of a sudden, he goes like, oh, wow. All of a sudden, oh, wow. He feels bad. He feels awful. He feels terrible. I can't believe I almost did that. Wow. And he's just nodding the whole time when the bus comes. He's like, yeah, go ahead, man. He tells the scrawny guy, go ahead, man. He goes, oh, thank you. He said, go ahead, man. What did he say to him? You see, when the situation looked like it looked like the skinny guy was looking for an early death penalty. But his friend whispered in his ear, the big guy's ear, says, listen, the guy you're yelling at, he's deaf. And not only is he deaf, he has muscle spasms and he doesn't have control over his body. He's not hitting you on purpose. He doesn't even know he's hitting you. All of a sudden, in a matter of a second, all of that anger disappeared and was replaced with sorrow. Now that you understand the real circumstance. Rabotai Yekarim, what the Chazon Ish is trying to teach us here, when someone takes something that you gave them and doesn't say thank you, you are not supposed to get upset. Why? They have a sickness. When someone, instead of showing you gratitude, shows you ungratefulness, you shouldn't be upset. You should feel sad for them. They're sick. They don't even have control over themselves, the poor people. What are you so upset over? The reality is, now that you realize what the Chazon Ish says is 100% emet, the vast majority of people have bad character traits. Why? They weren't taught good character traits. And even if they were taught good character traits, they simply thought you're either born with good or you're not. You're either born a kind person or you're not born a kind person. You're either born a calm person or you're born an angry person. I can tell you for myself, I was born an angry person. When someone told me, i.e. Rabbi Ephraim, told me anger is no good, I said, yeah, what do you want from me? I was born angry. I didn't think for a second that that is something I'm supposed to work on. I was born angry. What's the problem? It's not my fault. I was born this way. I didn't create me. If you have a problem, go call Hashem. He says, no. That's the point of you. You're born angry, you have to fix it. You're born stingy, you have to fix it. You're born arrogant, you have to fix it. Or else there's no point of you. When someone has an understanding that not only are these bad character traits there, but it's there by choice. Yes, you were born with bad character traits. All of us were. But to keep them that way is a choice. It's a choice. Why? Because we know it's wrong. It's wrong to be angry. It's wrong to be stingy. It's wrong to be arrogant. It's wrong to be all types of other bad things. So we have to change it. Okay, so what about everybody else? Everybody else is not your business. You worry about you. Okay, so how do I deal with them if I'm working on myself, and I'm working on not being angry, and I'm working on not being stingy, and I'm working on not being arrogant, and I'm working on not being this and not being that, and I'm working, and they're not working? Yes, that's the point. You work on you in order to make you realize you have even more of a reason to feel bad for them for staying the same way they are. Now that you know that you can work on yourself and no longer be angry, no longer be bad, no longer be a cheater, no longer be a liar, now that you know that you can do it, yet they're still there, that's even more of a reason for you to feel bad for them and not be upset with them. Why? They're sick. The poor people are sick. What, are you going to beat him up because he's crippled? Go pick on somebody your own size. That's the machshava of a Jew. That's the thought process of a Jew that has the right ideology. Now, of course, this is definitely not easy. No one says it is. But what good in life is easy? The Chazon Ish says, such a person, he himself is never hurt by others. Why? He is prepared in advance to accept the barbs and the reproaches. Meaning, already before he met them, already before he gave them, he prepared himself mentally. I'm going to give them candy and they're going to throw it in my face. I'm going to help save them and they're going to spit on me. I'm going to help them in such ways and they're not going to help me. Already he's prepared for the worst. Not because he thinks they're bad people and they're just going to... Because he sees the poor people don't know anything good yet. Hopefully something good comes out of it. Hopefully they say thank you. Hopefully they become supportive. Hopefully. But I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. You do good because it's good to do. It's the right thing to do. It's what a Kadosh Baruch Hu wants you to do. Not because you're going to get anything in return. You want something in return? Go to Wall Street. Go to some market. Go do business. But if you're going to do good for the sake of good, then you got something. Then you got something. But this, Rabotai, requires mental and spiritual preparation. And a clear understanding that you have nothing to ask from other people. Why? If they are where you used to be, that's even more of a reason for you to help them.